Alright, hello. This is my second day in quarantine. Uh, it kind of just feels like a long weekend because this is like normally what I would do. Stay at home and do like absolutely nothing productive. Besides work a little, but you know. Alright, so, today we're gonna be making uh, as I like to call it, the waifu woman, or I don't fucking know how you pronounce that. Uh, Andrew, if you want to correct me if I'm wrong, that's fine, I guess. Um, but it's pretty simple recipe. It's kind of like weeaboo themed or something. I don't know. I I hope you enjoy. And yeah. All right. So the ingredients are pretty straightforward. Pretty simple recipe. So you're gonna want your ramen. I use the chicken one, although I don't use the pack just cuz I don't know. I think that these are cheaper. Don't quote me on that though. Uh so obviously since it's weeaboo themed, you're gonna want your Monster Energy. Uh and we'll have other uses for this as well. Uh, you're gonna want a stirring object of some sort. I use this because it's yeah. You're gonna want a ladle, uh, a a knife, a meat tenderizer, and then just a few seasonings. We're gonna want some oregano leaves, uh, some basil, some thyme, and some ground cumin, some Italian seasoning, onion powder, ground ginger, ground turmeric, caramelized onion burger, dill weed, which is actually, I don't know if this is legal in my state, onion salt, and garlic powder. Oh, I almost forgot the biggest part of this this meal. You're actually you're gonna want a can opener for but we'll get into that later. And then I almost forgot the other biggest thing, the pot, which is actually pretty important. All right, so now we got everything, and So the first thing what we're gonna do is we're going to I'm actually gonna use the back burner, so that way it doesn't fog up my camera. But so the first thing we're gonna want to do is we're gonna ignite our stove and put it on medium heat, and then we open up the monster, and actually yeah. So the next thing what we're gonna do, so we're actually gonna pour the monster into the pot. And yeah, I'm actually gonna turn the fan on so that way I don't inhale poisonous fumes. That's a pretty big part of the recipe. Making sure that you and oh great, there are dogs barking outside. Perfect. So you're just gonna let this come to a pretty good heat, and now we can actually go over the thing that we're going to use the can opener for. So you don't have to do this, but I would recommend doing this for the full weeaboo experience. You actually just take the can opener and kind of open the monster can. Just up. Oh, shucks. Well, this is actually a good reason to use the knife. Shit. Well, I don't actually think we're going to be able to open this. It's like an... managed to pry it open with the can. Well, there we go again. Okay. This is actually a good time to talk about what I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, as you can see, people are like, they only really look at the calories when they're looking at stuff. But what you really should be looking at is, for the average human being, this is 108% of all the sugars you're supposed to consume in a day. Now, I'm no scientist, but I don't think that that's consuming like 2 of these a day is very good for you, or even 1 a day, because you're actually going over. But yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe Monster prevents cancer or something like that. Yeah, so we don't have a use for this anymore. So I'm just gonna yeah, about what I expected. This is fucking disgusting. All right, well, we don't have a use for that anymore. So as we're bringing this to a boil, we're actually gonna move our spices out of the way, so that way we can get to the ramen. So you're gonna want to unpack this. So now we're gonna just kind of take it over and drop it into our monster. We're just gonna let that cook for a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to add our spices. And first we're going to start with the cumin. And just make sure not to add too much. Alright, that's probably enough. And next we're actually going to use the garlic powder. And then we're gonna use this, the dill weed, which don't use this if it's not legal in your state. All right, so now we're gonna use the ground turmeric. Oh shit, my dog's here. What's up, dude? Just add a little bit of that. Then we go to the onion powder. Oh man, that produces quite the odor. All right, now for the onion salt. And now the ground ginger. The caramelized onion burger. It's a little bit too much. The Italian seasoning. The thyme leaves. The basil. And finally the oregano. All right. So there's no real like exact proportion of what you want to put in there, just whatever won't kill you. So we're just gonna mix this up a little bit. Noodles are not quite done, but just mix it up pretty well, so that way the all your spices can get mixed in with the monster. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. All right, now the noodles, they seem to be done. So just gonna turn it off, the burner off, and stir it for a little bit. And then we're gonna take like a mug and serve up our concoction. You know, this mug, it actually holds some symbolic value to me because it was the mug that my grandfather always used. He wasn't a big coffee drinker, but he drank it sometimes. And I remember that the first thing that someone said to me when I came back from his funeral was, they called me a loser. All right, so now we're just gonna serve up our dish with the ladle into the mug. Okay, so now we've made our ramen, our waifu ramen, and we're just gonna taste test it a little bit, see how it is. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10.